Hello and welcome back, guys. I wonder if there's anybody here. I did have a problem with the stream just now, but hopefully we are back. And if there is anybody here, can you let me know how the stream is? I don't think there's anybody in at the moment, so we'll just keep going. Hey, Gobby, how are you doing, mate? Is the stream okay for you? Because at the moment it's saying it's healthy, but just before I went to go live, it actually threw a wobbly fit and just shut down for some reason. But hopefully we're back, and hopefully it's doing okay. And this save, I was actually looking at this at this group of players, and if we actually look at this group of players, they are actually a good team in terms of their star ratings and what the assistant thinks of them. They're a good bunch of players. They have super mentals. I mean, we made sure during the transfer window that everybody we brought in had great mentals. And they do look to me like a very, very good team. And you've got players like Leonardo on the bench. We've got Larson on the bench. They look to me like a very, very good team. And so what is the problem? Because in terms of the schedule, it's just an absolute nightmare. I have played a friendly against Notts County off camera, and I've been working on a little bit of a tactical switch. I've come up with, like, we have our traditional tactic. Then I've got a 4-2-3-1 we can play with. That's a mid block, and I may well go with that today, the mid block of the 4-2-3-1. Or we've now got a 4-3-3 which we can use, and I really don't know. I don't think this is a problem of tactic. I've had worse teams than this playing with the tactic that I've used all save, and they have not only coped with it, but they've done extremely well. This is a problem of this and this, and the club atmosphere being average. The players are currently content and are unlikely to take serious issue with anything negative at this time. I don't quite know what that means. It's nothing to do with me, because my managerial support is good. This club atmosphere is average. We know the atmosphere has been worse than this because they came to me and said we don't want to come to work anymore. And the players, though, are just not working together. Now, it does say the players are blending well together, but the team's collective mental state hasn't seen much change. There is no significant change to the players' positioning, so that is affecting how we play on the pitch. If they're not positioning themselves properly, then they're not going to win football matches. And players are experiencing no noticeable change in their vision or their reactions to events. So they're slow reacting to things. It's just an awful situation to be in, and I can't see any reason why this should happen, and it's not new. Hey Blob, shame you can't stay, mate, but good that you dropped in. Hope to see you in the next one, if we're still in a job, that is. if we're still in a job. But this team had its problems last season, and so many times I felt like I just can't play. They won't play. And it was a theme last year, and it's continued this year. And you could say, oh, well, I've brought in too many players. Well, I actually worked it out. Today I've actually only brought in 10. And I've brought in more than 10 players into a squad previously and never had this problem. So I don't know what it is. I think maybe the match engine has just decided, okay, in this save, you've got a bunch of players who will not play together. Get out of that. I don't know how to get out of it. As I say, I've got some tactics I can try. I think I might go with this today. now that I think about it. This is also a mid-block. This has a standard line in case any of the teams have pace. We're going to trigger press, even though it's a mid-block. We won't counter press. Having us running all over the pitch like idiots isn't going to help. Better to lower the intensity rather than counter press. Although I don't think it makes that much of a difference. But for now, we won't counter press. And then it's basically as few instructions as we can possibly get away with. I do remember that the board and the supporters wanted me to play with a slightly more direct, shall we say, style. They're not happy that we're not playing direct, but I just don't feel that they can possibly do that. And we're just going to be turning the ball over and then allowing the opposition to run back at us. And I don't know. I really don't know how to go into this game against Blackburn. Do I play, what do you think? Do I play the 4-2-3-1? And I can put, I mean, I have a really good team once I do that. And I need to change those two over. When you look at that, you'd think, wow, that's a good team. But I don't know. It's what do you think, Gobby? What would you do? The 4-3-3 or against Blackburn, who are 19th, we're in 20th? Would you go with the... I'm going to go cautious to begin with. And then if things are tight at the end, we should have plenty of juice left in the tank. I don't know how to do this. And I was thinking, I've actually made... Yeah, Paul, definitely. I've actually made a copy of this save. And when this save is over, I'm going to do a video on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up all the best tactics into it. And I'm going to see if any of these top guys' tactics can get this Burnley team out of a mess. So if I do get sacked and the save comes to an end, I'm going to load in, because I don't think it is about tactics. I think that Burnley is the only team that has not been able to play with that 4-1-2-2-1. And for some reason, I don't know, they just have not been able to do it. They haven't been able to play any tactic. Last year we tried a 4-4-2, we tried a 4-2-3-1 last year, and a 4-3-3, and they couldn't play in any style. So I don't know why this dynamics is like it is. And we're trying the new training regime, which I did briefly talk about. And there's a lot of team bonding in there, a lot of teamwork here again. I'm going to do community outreach. I want to, why can't I change that? I should be able to change that, but I'm not allowed. I can change that one, but I'm not allowed to change. Why am I not allowed to change these? Oh, this game is lovely. Can't, because there's a game there, but I want to put in there's teamwork here. There's teamwork all over this calendar now. We have teamwork again, community outreach. We have, where's the teamwork? I changed all these and it's gone back to what it was before. This is very weird. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This game has got so many glitches. I've changed all of these. In fact, I did it for that video I did on commitment, and now it's just reverted back to what it was. I cannot believe the glitches that are in this game. So let's go and do teamwork in here. We'll do community outreach here. Let's do a little bit of team bonding. because that is really important. So we've got some stuff in there. Then we can put some teamwork in here. Teamwork. Let's go to more teamwork. Let's do a little bit of... Can we do a community outreach? No, we're not allowed. Oh yeah, we can. So I'm just going to pile in as much teamwork as I possibly can. And we don't want to play from the back in there. I don't know why I've put that in. Let's go for teamwork. And let's have another team bonding session there. So we're going to fill up the training with all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I just really don't know. Hi, Carla. Yeah, the quality in the Premier League is very good. There's no doubt about it. But this team should not be struggling in the way that it is. And I don't. It's not a tactic. That tactic works for every team that I've done in FM23, and people who have downloaded it and are using it, they're telling me that they're having a lot of success with it. So it's not the tactic that's at fault. It's this nonsense. And again, the game has decided, okay, in this save, this is how it's going to be. You've got a team of players who cannot play together. And somehow the task is to get them to be able to play together. So I guess what we've got to do is we've got to survive. We've got to survive, and then hopefully by the end of the season, that will be the task, to finish in 17th or 16th. And then by the end of the season, they might have learned to play with each other. Who knows? And then not to make too many changes. I wouldn't want to make too many changes to a team like this that's young, that could develop, that have great mentals already. So I wouldn't want to make too many changes to it. But the game is driving me nuts. It just seems to have picked on this save. I think I'm quite happy with that lineup, to be perfectly frank. I don't think... I think that is the strongest team. And I was thinking about whether or not to have Bayek playing as a DLP, and maybe to have an advanced playmaker out on the left. Focus play down the left. And maybe then that will create space on the right-hand side of the pitch. With Diallo and Gobo then coming into the penalty area. I think that might be an option. And then to take and to put maybe Bayek as a DM on support. I don't know, been playing with that idea as well. Blackburn is a team that we should be beating. But we'll play him as an inverted winger for now. And you think attack is the best form of defense, Gobby, is it? I don't know. I think we just keep going and we see how far we can get. But I do know something. If they don't start playing better, then we aren't going to be in a job very, very much longer. Twine is injured now. Fantastic. So now we got to find some replacement for Twine. Well, we do have a replacement for Twine. Larson can come in. And Cherlanoff can come onto the bench. So hopefully, still hasn't knocked the team back in any way. It's still a good team. And I just wish they would behave as if they were a good team. I have to have a look at Blackburn. Let's go. How do they play? Vertical tiki-taka. It's a bit... I think maybe we do need to have the line a bit deeper. Or maybe we need just to stop them. Whew, this is tricky. This is tricky. Yeah, maybe we do need to step up more. And this, of course, this game is a derby. Burnley versus Blackpool. Blackburn is one of the local derbies. So that puts extra pressure on it. We do need 3 points here. We have to get 3 points here. And if we don't, we're in real big trouble. But I've actually never come across an instance where the game will not give you a single point, where it's like I'm throwing my bloody toys out of the pram here. You're not getting a single point. I've never come across this before. And at the moment, how many games have we lost in a row in the Prem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've lost 5 in a row. If we lose this one, 6 in a row. I have never come across that before. The game normally gives you a point against someone, but it's really thrown its toys out of the pram in this save. I really don't have any clue how to actually beat it. I haven't a clue. All we can do is just keep going. And I possibly do need to listen to to the assistant manager. No, I don't want to play Arroyo as a centre-back. Regroup after losing possession. It's like very, very defensive, isn't it? Let's go and have a look at the opposition. I don't want to be focused down the middle. They're going to play very direct. I'm a bit concerned, but we do have pace at the back. So just keep an eye on how much pace they've got. He doesn't have any pace. So they are actually going to be sitting back. Yeah, you can see what they're going to do. You've got one bunch of players down here and one bunch of players up here. You can see what they're going to do. And they're going to be carrying the ball or humping it forward. So maybe we do need to bring the line back a little bit. So yeah, left foot, close him down. Wrong one. And who's the other geezer? Harry Pickering. He's not very pacey either. See, this is a problem. And he's not a great dribbler. So for vertical tiki-taka, you need to have ball carriers. Hey, Green, how you doing, mate? So we'll close him down too and turn him onto his right foot. I can't see that he is anything to worry about. If we do a good job on him, he won't be a problem. And the 2 centre mids, we should just tight mark them, take them out of the game. So tight mark and left foot. That should do it for Buckley. And then Travis doesn't have any pace. Again, he's not the most creative player that you've ever come across. He's quite brave, though, and he's probably going to be good tackling. He's going to be playing as a ball winner. We just close him down and put him onto his left foot. And then he's probably their most dangerous player, I would think. There's a good long shot. He's not very brave, though. We should hard tackle him, turn him onto his right foot and tight mark him. Turn him onto his right foot. And then this guy is an enigma. He either has an absolutely splendid game or he doesn't feature at all. I really don't feel like I want to do anything with him. He's got quite pacey. I would say I don't want to do anything with him. I don't think we need to. He's probably going to be wandering around a little bit, so I don't want my players drawn out of position by marking him. I think we'll just leave him alone. Jack Vale, who's playing the more forward of the, more probably an advanced forward, or a pressing forward possibly. Not much aggression, so he's probably playing as an advanced forward. He's not very brave. We should hard tackle him, turn him onto his left foot and tight mark him. And that's it for opposition instructions. I mean, I think if this was any other team, I'd be very confident about winning this game. I think we just have to go and see what happens. And let's go to the match. Sometimes I feel like, oh, let's turn all that nonsense off. Oh, we can do that when we get to the match. It's time to put an end. I'm expecting good, solid performances from everybody. This is my first team. If you can't beat Blackburn, we are in real trouble. Let's turn all this nonsense off. And we'll go to extended. Between highlights, possibly there. Sound off. Okay, so now let's get a good result. Well, we have started the better team, which is... Oh, but suddenly that's disappeared off the momentum, and Blackburn have come back into the match very strong. But come on, boys. Oh, look at that defending. It's horrible to watch. It's really horrible. Blackburn thinking, rubbing their hands together. They've been watching highlights of this team playing, and they've just been rubbing their hands together thinking, of course, a walkover. Tackling is poor. Passing is poor. It's all awful. Absolutely awful. I don't know what to do. It's not working at the moment. Blackburn are absolutely hammering us. Possession-wise, chances-wise. We've got to do better. Free kick now into the box. 1-0. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean that's why I do so well as a rule gobby, is because of opposition instructions. Well, now we got to change this. We're going to go positive. I can't. I'm going to push the lines up. There's nothing I can do. If this team refuse to play, there's nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing I can do. We're going to go much higher up. It's absolutely terrible. And it's really weird why it's picked on this save. But I mean, I really do want it to end, because I want to try out all the top tactics from FM Scout to see if any of those tactics will be able to do anything with it. Because this is just a faulty save. It's just the game has decided that these players are not... You're not going to have a team who can play together, and we are under so much pressure. And we are a better team than Blackburn. Looking at their team just now, they were terrible. Their attributes are terrible. And they've had all the match momentum. Let's put my let's make them wing backs on attack. Let's go for it. I'm getting fed up. Let's really try and go for it. And let's go attacking. Why not? I've got nothing to lose, have we? Absolutely horrible to watch. But yeah, I mean, I do say if you like to watch someone suffer, then this is the right place for you. It's just not going to be. Yeah, the corners, defensively, it's all set up properly. I mean, there's nothing you can do for that free kick. It's just one of the games. There's no way I can actually pre-game think I have to tight mark him. He should actually, he's the midfielder, he should actually have been tight marked because we're tight marking their midfield. And that's a bit annoying that he just didn't tight mark him. He just forgot to do his job. So he should have been, the goal scorer should have been tight marked, and he just strolled into the box by himself. So again, it's an example of this team not having a clue how to play football. They haven't got a clue. And I don't think it's to do with the tactic. I don't think any tactic is going to save them. And so that's why I really want this save to be over so I can go and test it with all the top tactics. Campbell's in and he's missed. Oh, God. Oh, my God. We'll berate the team. Why not? We are playing quite well. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Welcome to the depression party. It's just, oh, my God. What an absolute horror show again. What a horror show. I mean, I'm just wondering when the game is actually going to give me a point. Or is it never going to give me a point this season? I've never ever been in this situation before where the game just refuses to give you even a single point. Your players are so bad that you're not going to get even a single point. It's like I've never been in that kind of situation before. And the players are not bad. They're good players. And they're 2-0 down now. Oh my goodness me. He's onside. He was way onside there. Yeah. I have no idea what to do. Absolutely no idea. We just keep going. What I'll do, I'm going to switch it. Let's go to the other tactic that I had, which was the 4-3-3. Let's switch it round. Was it number 3? Yeah. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can't even shout at them at the moment because I've just shouted at them before. Yes, come on. You're supposed to be playing at a high tempo. Or is the tempo a little bit lower in this one? Let's just check. No, it's a slightly higher tempo. And he's just stood there, like waiting for his breakfast to arrive. Move it, move it. Oh, the shambles. This is just like, it's like watching a bunch of 4-year-olds. There is no tactic in the world that is going to sort this out. And the match engine's just laughing. 3-0. The match engine's just having a whale of a time. It's a good point. And I'm perfectly willing to give it a try. I'm just like concerned that this team have... I'm absolutely willing to give anything a try. Let's put him on attack. We're going to just leave ourselves. I go 1, 2, 3 on attack now. We'll put our right full back on attack. It just doesn't make any sense to me. This doesn't make any. In the Norwich save, I've only got one. I've only got one on attack in the Norwich save, and we're blasting teams out of the water. Yeah, you've been dreadful. 6.1 for Larson. Magnificent. Let's get some of these idiots off the pitch. Amadozic is a very, very good player, but not in this save. Look at them. Coutinho. Absolutely shocking. Let's get him on. Diallo. Shocking. And Therese Campbell. Shocking. 4 substitutions at half-time. Let's go attacking. What the hell? Let's try and score a goal. I've just never seen anything like this save in my entire 13 years playing this game. Look at that. Nobody was around him and he blasted it into Rosette. I've never ever come across anything like this. I just don't understand it. Let's go more direct. Let's just try and get this bloody ball up the pitch. That's better. Just hump it over the top. But don't worry, we're still not going to be able to score. So we are well and truly on the bottom now. But isn't it interesting that the game is keeping, like, how many teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams within reach. Isn't it interesting? Very, very interesting that there are 8 teams who are only 1 win away from catching them. The game is just playing very, very silly buggers. And there's absolutely... It's just decided this is the save where the players are not going to play together. And I don't believe that we've brought in too many players. We've only brought in 10. I've brought in more players than that previously, in previous saves. And, yeah, but it was 10. And I've brought in more. And there were 14, there's 15 players of the old squad still left. So it's not that either. I thought it might be. But no, I've brought in more than 10 in some saves. It's just ridiculous. I've never come across this, ever. But it was the same last season. They couldn't play together last season. In fact, they were so bad, I didn't know what my first team was. I had no idea who my best right back was, who my best left wing was. They were so bad. I just like, this is not new. It's just going to be a little bit more obvious in the Premier League. Oh, come on. Look, see, that is just nonsense. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try all sorts of things. Like, I've got 2 new tactics I'm trying out today. And it just, nothing seems to work. It's just, nothing is working. We were playing with a lower tempo previously when we went 3-0 down. So that's probably not going to work. They're just terrible. And I think the game wants me to be sacked. And there's another one. It's just pointless. I think I'll just simulate the games because it's too painless, too painful to watch. Let's get me sacked. Come on. I don't think that I've made a copy of it from here, and I'm going to try all the best tactics from FM Scout, and I'm going to see if any one of those can save this save. But I know it's not the tactic. It's the nonsense. 13 shots again, 3 on target. We've almost matched them for XG. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're doing in training at the moment, Zilson. They're just doing team bonding and community outreach, and they're doing all sorts of team bonding stuff. Teamwork twice a week. I mean, come on, look at that pass. I knew something was wrong last season, and in fact, there were a couple of occasions, for the guys who've been following along for the entire save, there were a couple of seasons, if you remember, that I actually decided to put the opposite team instructions into the way that I wanted them to play. So to get them to, if I wanted them to do shorter passing, to go put more direct in. And it actually, we got a result when I changed it to exactly the opposite from how they should be playing, which is really weird, don't you think? And I did that, I think, on 2 occasions, and they'll be there in the save somewhere. And I can't accept that. Yeah, and that is my best team. And they are a good team. They're all 3.5-star players, which is good for first season in the Premier League. It's really good. I'm not even going to do anything now. We're going to go with one tactic. And he should be on support. Let's put him on support. We're going to go with that tactic. And I'm not going to set up the game. It's all pointless. We're just going to go through it and see how far. He's just not playing very well, Leonardo. He's absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking, like everybody else. I am not taking responsibility for this. I'm really not taking responsibility for it. It was a difficult transfer window. We've brought in some very good players, and it's continuing on from last season, just basically focusing on the fact that they can't actually play together. And these Aston Villa, very good team. Not very good tackling. So let's go run at defense. Let's do it with a lower tempo then, just to see. Let's just mix it up. Let's go a little bit more narrow, a little bit more compact, be a little bit more disciplined. And I can't counter press because they're just absolute rubbish. And we'll leave it at the mid block. I don't think it really matters. If I go for a low block, I'm going to get absolutely wasted. Let's find out who gets injured this week. There we go. Costinha is injured this week. Oh, that's just what I needed. And do I have Arroyo? Well, I'm going to stay with the first team. They've got to get used to playing together. Yeah, if I could afford it, mine would be out of the window as well, Gobby. I can't understand this at all. I really can't. Well, there are not. It's really interesting that there are more positives than negatives. Doesn't make any sense. It's nothing to do with the tactic. Opposition final third entries are coming from central position, but then they do with every save that I do. Doesn't mean a thing. That it always comes from central positions. Oh, poor. Okay. Amadozic apparently has poor movement. I don't think he has. So this first team are going to have to get us out of trouble. I was actually wondering if I'm going to get a single point before I get sacked. That'd be really funny. If I don't get a single point. He told me that a couple of weeks ago. My assistant told me this a couple of weeks ago and said put Asprilla to a squad player. Asprilla hit the roof. so he thinks I'm going to go through that again. This is pretty much... Yeah, I mean, I've tried... Honestly, Zulson, if you've been watching along so far, you'll have seen I've tried everything. I've absolutely tried everything. And it doesn't matter what I do. I can put all 10 at the back and we'll still lose. I can put 10 up front. I can go attacking, positive, cautious. We will still lose. It doesn't matter what I do. I've tried 3-4 different tactics now. It's becoming really silly. And to be perfectly honest, I want to get sacked. I've had enough of it now. The game has beaten me. I can't beat the game in this one. Every other save that I've done this year, I've beaten the game. But in this one, it's beaten me. I hold my hands up. I can't work out how to do this. And why does he keep wanting to put a fullback as a ball-playing defender? Shall I go along with what he says just for a laugh? Because he keeps doing that. It could be my central defenders are absolute rubbish. But we know Amadozic is a good player. But his form is just right down. It's horrid. Well, let's bring Phillips in there. Let's give Phillips a game. Absolutely shocking. Is Twine, he's still injured, is he? Twine has got... I mean, what is really interesting is Twine has got 17 free kick taking. And then... he's not scored a free kick. He scored one in a friendly, and that's it. It's like, why? Is someone... I've got players in my Norwich team at the moment who have free kick taking of 11. They score free kicks. He has not scored a free kick in a whole year. And he's got 17 free kick taking. So, I can't figure it out. Yeah, Green, it is getting morale down. I have never seen a save like this. Never seen it like anything like it in my life. And it's not just now, it's been all last season. They just don't play together. My relationships with them are apparently very good. Maybe time to play that old Chelsea boy. Give Baba Rahman a game. Because Kirkin, who is one of the old boys, is just absolutely shocking. I don't want to criticise... I suppose I could criticise the last game. This is training, though. So maybe time for Baba Rahman to see what he can do. But I want to like play one team, because if you're, yeah, if I resign, but no, it'd be quite fun to get sacked. I haven't been sacked for a long time. It'd be quite fun to get sacked, and you just never know. The game might suddenly jolt itself and say to itself, "Hey, what am I doing here?" And you might start getting a few points here and there. Expectation is defeat. I think they're getting used to it now. I wonder what the board are thinking at the moment. I haven't had the dreaded email yet. The board are... attempt to avoid relegation from the Premier League. Satisfied. Okay. I do sometimes think the boards in this game, if they had another brain cell each, they'd be a plant. Just like, I don't think if I was on the board, I'd be very satisfied. I'm going to go cautious this time. I feel like I need to go cautious. And I'm just going to let the... not defensive, I'll just go cautious. Just like... he wants me to drop. He like wants me to invite Aston Villa on, give them all the time in the world. And I'm just going to pick one thing and stick to it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Chopping and changing is not doing any good. Oh. Let's get rid of this subs then. Oh, what a brilliant, brilliant save this is. Who's the centre back? Amadeich. Let's go. Oh, he can do, yeah. It's just, I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. What shall I tell him? I don't know. What shall I tell him? Good luck out there. We're going to need it. No pressure on you today. Go and have some fun. Because I don't care anymore. Yeah, just did that. You actually organised a friendly against Notts County from the conference, and they nearly beat us. We only just managed to win it. Like, I'm not doing that again. Oh, come on, have we got a chance here? No, of course not. Why are they skying the ball into row Z all the time? It's like, calm down. Ah, boy. I think we're going to get our first point here today. Another ventriloquist found dead in Burnley. We're not going to get a point. Ah, Muric must be wondering what on earth is going on in front of him. Go on, boys, you can do this. You can do this. The game's got to give you a point at some stage in the game. This must be it. Oh, no, please don't hit it from there. I don't know, it just doesn't seem... It doesn't seem quick enough. The tempo's not right, is it? They're holding on to it. So, if they're holding on to it, let's take that out. Hit early crosses. I don't want them holding on to it outside the box. Just get it somewhere. There's very little between the two teams. It's absolutely neck and neck in terms of match momentum. Aston Villa are probably shading it, but we've had more chances than Villa. But here come Villa. Maybe we'll lose to Villa and then beat Arsenal. That's what's going to happen. Or probably win the League Cup. Oh, that was close. Oh, of course it's going to be a penalty. Oh, it's been given as a goal kick. I thought that looked like a penalty to me. Oh, please, come up. Offside, he's way offside there. Oh, and he's missed a sitter. Ooh, look at that. 1 point at the moment. Poor old West Ham, though. They're having to suffer because we can't get any points. The game's not going to leave me like 12 points adrift at this point. So poor old West Ham are suffering because we can't play football. West Ham are not allowed to win either. I don't want... This doesn't look very pretty, does it? That's not working. Just because they're poor tacklers, shouldn't have put that in. Well, it's pretty decent defending. Showed him onto his outside foot, and he took it with the wrong foot in the end. That was pretty decent defending. But it's all Villa. No, nice tackle. And that's Diallo. But don't dribble, for goodness sake. I just told you not to dribble. You're all just like sitting there, aren't you? Just thinking, oh, he's going to get sacked. Finally, he's going to get sacked. Oh boy, this is so horrible. You're all singing that he's getting sacked in the morning. Oh, that's a good save, but I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to counter press. See how that works for 15 minutes. Good turn. Oh boy. What was that? Ah. Drop a bit of encouragement here. At least they're not 3-0 down like last week. Oh, Villa are absolutely hammering us though. But we are soaking up the pressure quite well. Only takes one counter-attack, doesn't it? Thanks, Fernbacker. Just, oh, it's hurting me, this one. Yeah, I do think the game has turned against me in this one. And I don't think there's any way out of it. Nobody's expecting anything today. Just go out there, enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. I've had much worse teams than this and done a whole bunch better. Even with 10 players coming in the summer. Now, Gobby, how many players do you have coming in a standard summer? I've seen you bringing in 12 or so sometimes. Oh, now we got a red card. That's our second red card of the season. Well, it's getting better and better. Okay. Well, Lawson's playing absolutely terrible. But I'm going to have to bring in a midfielder. And we're going to go defensive now. Just go down one notch. He can go on a support duty. We're just going to have to soak it up. And then we will go low block. Let's go more direct, higher tempo. Time waste. Be more disciplined, dribble less. Might as well play for set pieces now. Although Twine is injured, but he doesn't score them anyway. I think we probably need to come off the press now. We're not going to get another red card, so we might as well get stuck in. But I think that's probably game over now. He should get a red card for putting his foot in my goalkeeper's face. It looks so bad. Only Muric is playing well. He's had lots of sevens. My goalkeeper has done very well, actually, Muric. He's probably the only one. Oh, we're in. One long ball over the top. Campbell. No chance. I love it when they run after skying it and they're doing all that. Look at me, I'm a seal business. Campbell, I've told you before, never clap on your own. Somebody will throw you a fish. Oh, we're actually doing all right with this direct passing business. I might have to employ this for the next game. Just need to get rid of the dross on the field. 6.4 for Phillips now at centre-back. Doesn't matter who I play there. But they must be feeling a little bit tired now. Here's Villa going to carve us open here. Well defended. Oh! Campbell getting stuck in there. Luckily he got the ball. We'd have had 2 sent off. Aston Villa are being very gentle on us. To be fair, I think the game is trying to give us a point. Villa are just being very gentle. Villa have got the there attitude. That's it. Just get rid of it. Don't matter where. Let's drop a little bit of encouragement. Just got to sit back and soak it up. Nice play by Kirkin for a... Oh, and then he goes and gives it away. Come on, come on. Aston Villa have got the same problems as we have. They like Rosed. Have a good night, Green. Have a good night. Right, let's make some changes here. Actually, we're playing all right with this direct passing. 6.4 for Phillips. Amadozic. Who else? 6.4 for Kirkin. He's an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. 6.5 for Diallo. Ashbrila. 6.4 for Campbell. Let's give Leonardo another shot. That's it. That's all my subs used. Villa will score then, Gobby. If I do that, Villa will definitely score. I'm just going to defend. I'm like, we're doing all right defending at the moment, so I feel like I'm going to go and throw the game away. I know Villa will score if I go attacking, for sure. I'm pretty sure that will happen. Why not? We'll give anything a try. As long as we can just hold on defensively, I'll take a 0-0. That'll be okay. Especially as we're down to 10 men. Oh, what is this? Come on. Bobbling around there. Get it clear. No, let it go out, you pudding. He's offside. Yeah, Gobby, we're defending okay at the moment, and this long ball seems to be doing us okay. If we can just like get one long ball forward like that, there's the fullbacks are playing way up the pitch. We could maybe get a result here. What a chance! Oh, come on! That was a chance. Oh, come on. Wow, we've got our first point by the look of it. That's just so, like, why is it having us miss all these chances? How long since we scored a goal? Must be a long time. But we've got a point. We've got a point. Yes. So maybe that's the way to do this. Play defensive. And go long ball. I think we'll try that. Who have we got next? Stoke. Yeah, it's a good game to try that out. So let's go. We'll keep this shape the same. We'll keep doing the same, but we'll go more direct. And we'll play with that cautious mentality. I don't think there's much room at the moment, but I will be putting friendlies in when there's room. I mean, against Notts County, I've got so many players. I mean, that's another thing. I had so many players on international duty that I couldn't really put a team together, and that's why they nearly lost. So why is this team with so many internationals in it? Why can they not play football? It's really weird. But we are firmly on the bottom. But you'll notice that there are like 7 teams, all of whom are still within catchable distance. So all the other 6 teams are having to suffer until Burnley get their act together or I get sacked. I mean, I feel sorry for those teams that have to suffer. It's not fair on them. Because they have to stay with us. Because if we go like 20 points adrift now, then there's no interest left. So the game in its backward way is trying to maintain an interest when everybody around has lost interest. It's either going to do me or it's not, but I'm staying with this tactic now. And we're going to play direct. It seemed to work in the second half. Just stick the ball, lump it up the pitch. I'd say, though, that was a good result against Villa. The board is still satisfied and very pleased about how we're doing in the... They're easily pleased, this board, aren't they? I think they've got mushrooms for brains. No, I'm going to stick with this team. I want them to learn to play together. Makuta is now suspended, of course. And Gregera can come in. And we'll put Gregera, switch over Bayek and Gregera. This team has to learn to play together. We'll put Leonardo on the wing, just to give him a game. And maybe Asprilla can come in on that wing. Scott Twine, not ready yet. Dare I play Churlinoff, give Churlinoff a game and then put Leonardo up front? Why not? Churlinoff was an absolute disaster last year. For an international player, he never showed anything. Nothing. So I'm not going to do anything special. We're just going to let the assistant manager do the opposition instructions. Maybe they're getting too many instructions. No, you shouldn't. Oh, do I have to go through all this? There's no strong feelings about me. Recognize it, he has little. Well, if you recognize it, then appreciates your position. Christian Bayek is his man. I wonder, has he been able to solve the problem? Yes, he has. Well done, Bayek. Sometimes pays to have a look who their favourite players are, who they think are good leaders. It does take time to go through all that, but sometimes it just pays off. I'm going to play McNally. McNally is a good player, and he's been shoved out, actually. Where is McNally? Gabbia has been an absolute nightmare. So Stoke will be, yeah, let's give them an opportunity. No, why should he take short kicks if we are going more direct? Let's distribute it to the playmaker. Let's actually get rid of the... let's just check he's done that. Yeah. And we'll see what happens here. Stoke are in the Championship. And we'll see how this direct football works. I'm expecting today. So we'll see how McNally gets on here. Connor Roberts also having a game. He hasn't had a game for about 4 games. Kirkin, who's been an absolute nightmare. Oh God, we've given it away again. It's like you can see how bad they are. We're just not performing at all. Giving the ball away, passes are terrible, shooting is awful. It's only the goalkeeper who's playing well. Let's lose against Stoke as well. I'd quite like that. Let's get out of the EFL Cup. Oh, Kirkin, grow up. He's on dribbleless. They're all on dribbleless. It's really weird. Well, the direct passing doesn't seem to be working in this. Oh my God. Who was that now? We've had pretty much all the game, but we haven't created any chances. Although Stoke are coming back into it now. Stoke have decided, my God, this Burnley team are bad. We've got nothing to be afraid of. It's like playing against an under-12s team. Oh, hurry up, guys. I'm going to go to key highlights because this is just terrible. There's nothing I can do about it. Stoke scored? Yeah. Good show. You do what you want, game. You've thrown your toys out the pram for this one, so you do what you want. You will either let me survive or you won't. But I am not doing any more. I am not even taxing my brain while you're in this mood. No, this direct stuff doesn't work, does it? In fact, it's pretty awful. Let's give him a bit of a berate. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Unbelievable. That was... Who was that? That was McNally. His first touch. I'm going to check what his first touch is. He's got a very, very good first touch, that boy. And that was terrible. It's like he wasn't concentrating. And then the goalkeeper stuck his foot out instead of catching it. It's just, it looks unpleasant. Just looks unpleasant. Hallelujah. Oh, there's your boy, Gobby. Leonardo. He fairly blasted that in. He's the only one who hasn't put it in Rose Ed. There's your boy. Could have been such a good save, this, because there's such good players at heart. There are such good players. And it's only because the game's decided that whoever you bring in, they're not going to be able to play together. Which is such a shame. Oh, but we didn't equalise for very long. Oh, God help us. I think I tell them off. I berate them about 4 times a game. That is absolutely ridiculously stupid. Oh, God. Is it 3-1 now? Yeah, so what? Who gives a crap? I wish Twine could do that. Because he's probably got like a free kick taking of 11. My goalkeeper thought he was catching birds. Right, well, we got to go attacking now. I've fallen apart here. Absolutely fallen apart. And they're not supposed to be playing it out of the back. They're supposed to be hoofing it up the pitch. It's the same as last season. They're doing the opposite of what the instructions are. They're not supposed to be passing short. Oh, penalty. Looked like a penalty to me, referee. You just got to try and keep your calm, Gobby. It's like, inside I'm feeling so angry, but you've got to just try and keep your calm. It's like, eventually it's got to turn around. One of two things are going to happen. It will turn around or you'll get sacked. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Right at this moment in time. It's just stitching me up. So, what do I say? Well done, lads. Absolutely. Keep playing the way and the result. I'm delighted with your performance. Show a bit of desire, for goodness sake. You have the ability. Come on. And I guess I need to do something now. If I tell them that, I need to change it. So, let's... push the line up. Let's counter press. Let's try and cause them as much problems as we can. Let's go shorter passing now. Play out of defense. Why is that back on? I just took that off a moment ago. Be more Hi, Josh. I am not one of those infill we trust anymore. Let's be more expressive. And let's go attacking. Let's put this fullback on attack as well. And I'm going to push these boys up. And let's put him on attack as well. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. If I'm going to tell them to do things differently, I have to show them what to do, I suppose. Defensively, we're in absolute shambles, aren't we? Absolute shambles. Two fullbacks, Kirkin, and who's the other boy? Can't remember his name. Costinlila. They are supposed to be very, very good fullbacks. They're both on about an average of 6.4. And this kind of silly tackling that he's doing. What are you doing? That's why we're getting people sent off. It's like their whole game is just rubbish. And the match engine is actually showing it quite clearly how rubbish it is. Look how he ran past him. He actually ran past him when he had the ball. Oh, come on. Oh dear, oh dear. Come on, you're in. Now, he's 1-on-1. Oh, has it gone in? He's gone in. It's now 3-3. Well, the boys might take heart from a comeback like this. They just might take a bit of heart from a comeback like this. Something has got to spark these boys. Nice one, Ashbria. I didn't actually think he was going to be after all the signings we made, he was one of the first ones we brought in. And I didn't think he was going to be that good, but he's the only one who scored a goal in about 8 weeks. So fair play to him. Leonardo's got a couple, hasn't he? Leonardo's in again. Hit the crossbar. It's gone in. Leonardo has made it 4-3. Shall I come back off this attacking now? Or should I just go attacking? Keep attacking, because I'll never know what to do in these instances. Like, shall I just keep attacking now or come down a notch? I don't want to let Stoke back into it. Just like... Come on, Burnley, we can do this. This might be the spur that turns the whole season around. Of course, we have Arsenal next. So, it looks like we're really going at the jugular now. Are we going to score some goals here today? Oh, that was terrible. That was even worse from Stoke. Come on, come on. Get the ball into the boxes. That was a bit of a harsh tackle as well. Kirkin's got no chance. No chance from there. So well done, boys. Turning that 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 lead. That's pretty good. I think it's time to go and make some changes, though. Oh, who's playing badly? That's what I always look for. Gobo, but I don't have anybody else who can play as the attacking mid. Yeah, I do. Diallo can play attacking mid-centre. Bayek is tired. Bastian can come on for him. And not too happy with Cherlanoff. Larson can come on for him. Kirkin has got a 7. Wow. Connor Roberts. Nah, I'll leave him on. 6.6 though. But I don't have a right back here. Campbell, shall I bring him on? No, Leonardo's playing really well. Let's leave it at that for now. Nathan Phillips, though, is tired. That will do for now. Let's get another goal. Let's go 5-3 up. And then that will be a good result. Now, that's how I started. He wants me to go more direct, and that was not working. So when I went to a shorter passing game, we scored 3 goals. So I am not changing. My assistant is even trying to mess things up. No chance. Come on, somebody's got to be back. I think I'm going to put the full-backs back on a support duty. They don't need to be far up the pitch. Stoker, oh my lord. Stoke are actually coming at us now. 4 minutes to go. Let's go cautious. We need to hold on to this now. Attacking mid support. That's it. Get rid of it. Now try and pick up the second ball. Well done, Larson. Oh, what a terrible pass that was. looking better, but not good enough. Got to remember, this is Stoke, and we've only just beaten them. But that's a nice pass. That's a penalty, referee. I think he's going to give it as well. A chance for... Is it going to be Kirkin who will take it, or do you think Leonardo will take it? I think it's a penalty. Yes, penalty. 5-3, that'll be a good result. It is going to be Leonardo, and it is his hat-trick, and it is 5-3. Always rated that boy Leonardo. Always said he was a wonder kid. Excellent strike. And it is now 5-3. Not bad, coming back from 3-1 behind. Not a bad result. So what do you say to them now? Yeah, you say well done. You don't want to upset them at this point. I wanted to say win or not, that wasn't good enough. So I'll take that though, 5-3, when I thought we were losing it. Burnley win in a thriller. See this Gregora, he is a good player. He's young, but he's going to develop into a very good player. Very good player. Just not quite ready yet. 3 goals, 1 assist. Excellent performance. I think he's just hoofed Campbell out of the team. What time is it? I think we can manage to fit Arsenal in here. For the Arsenal game, though. Tricky one. I think we have to play a low block against Arsenal. And trigger press. Come off the trigger press a little bit. Get stuck in, because they're like a bunch of pretty boys, aren't they? Step up more in midfield, yeah. Come off the counter press. Cautious will do. Standard passing slightly higher. Good narrow. Play through the middle. Arsenal probably. Ooh, let's have a look at the draw. Draw all teams. Brighton. If we can get our act together in time, we might have a chance. Teamwork. No, we've got a game there, haven't we? Let's go teamwork here. And here we'll go team bonding. Let's just keep doing it. Keep doing it until they learn. You have to bond. They are a very, very good team, Arsenal. So if we get anything out of this, I'll be very surprised. And we are quite tired. So Amadozic and Gabia with Raman. Not Castillo. He's injured though, isn't he, Costantino? So Connor Roberts will have to play. And then Gregaria and Bayek are tired. And they don't have enough midfielders now. Gobo will have to come back. Can't play as a DLP. And he can't play So he will have to push up. I forgot to rest them all. He can play as a DLP there. Bonnet can play as a centre mid or a box to box. Or even a ball winner. Still got tired players around. What does he suggest? Bastion. Going to be a hammering. Probably right. And then we will have to put in Diallo. And Campbell will have to play. Leonardo is going to be tired. What's the board saying at the moment? Satisfied. Pleased with the EFL Cup. How can they be satisfied with our league form? That doesn't make any sense at all. You'd think they'd be absolutely horrified. We're going to play this Arsenal game and then we'll call it a day. I was hoping to be sacked tonight, but we haven't made it. It'll have to be Thursday now. I'm not going to tell anybody off for training. At the moment, it's pointless. I'll just praise those who are doing well. We're going to play cautiously. Just see what happens. At some point, these teams have to start opening up a gap, though. They have to. So let's... we do have some fit players back, do we? Stay on your feet, yeah. Not really. Who is this? Larson. Yeah, let's bring Larson in. We don't really have fit players back. Mercato's still suspended. All these injuries are doing me in as well. Gregera is not fit. McNally Bayek is not fit. Let's go with that. I'm not going to do that. I think maybe I'm confusing them with too many instructions. I'll just leave that to the assistant because it hasn't been working. So I'll leave as much as I can to the assistant. Let's go. You have selected 4. Oh, stop it then. I also wish that the assistant would not interfere with your substitutes. You have to check them before the game begins. He keeps interfering with your subs bench, and you go into some matches and you find that you've got an injured fullback and you don't have someone on the bench who can cover it. Just leave it alone. We're the underdogs out there. No pressure on you. Worked against Villa. Oh, Arsenal. It's the kind of game that you get something out of, isn't it? You're expecting to get hammered. It's the kind of game that you just sneak a goal and get a 1-1 draw or something. It's like... But I don't remain very optimistic on this, I think. If we can avoid a 5-0, that'll be cool. Need to check on if there's been any movement in the dynamics. I very much doubt it. Both teams are looking like they're tiring fast. Arsenal have had all the play, you'd expect that. But it looks like we've defended well. They've only had 3 shots, 1 on target, 4 now, 1 on target. So it looks like we've defended well. Nice turn by Asprilla. Go on, my son. Nice, nice. Now get it into the box. We could go take the lead here. Nice shot here. What a chance. It's hit the crossbar. Oh, come on, FM. This is not very sporting. Hit the bar. In fact, that's the only highlight of the... Okay, if you say so. We'll do that. Ah, but Arsenal have got a highlight now. But we've defended it well again. Well done, boys. Here come Arsenal, though, looking to... I think this is going to be a goal, isn't it? It's got goal written all over it, or penalty. Oh, my word. Thundered that against the crossbar. Serves you right. If you hadn't hit it so hard, it would have probably gone in. They've got Oshiman playing for them, have they? Why are they playing out of defence? It just, again, it's like playing in a way you're not supposed to be. Campbell, use your pace, son. Oh. Well, we're giving them a game. Well, kind of. We haven't had as many chances as them, but we've certainly shared the highlights. I think we should say well done here. Let's give the fans a performance. I don't suppose they care about the fans. I have faith in you. Go out there. You have the ability to make a difference. Go out there. We could get something out of this game. All the match momentum is with Arsenal. Serves them right for wearing pink, I suppose. You can't go onto the field wearing pink. And it does look like we're doing all right here. And we do have a free kick. Can we get our head on this? No, we can't. Arsenal looking to break here. But we should have men back. But we don't have... We should have 3 men back at all times. Good tackle by Oshiman, but they still have the ball. Little dink over the top, but we've defended well here today. Well, that was a terrible back pass. Do not play out from the back. Baba has had a good game today. Hasn't done anything stupid. Well, somebody's done something very stupid there. And is this the goal? Looks like it. Yeah. Who was that did that stupid thing? It was coming. Who was that? Gobo. All over the place at the back. Let's make some changes. 6.5 Connor Roberts. Gabia is like a terrible player. He's probably the worst player I've ever signed. Asprilla now is having a terrible game. Let's give Cherlanoff a run out. Who's having a bad game in midfield? Let's bring Bayek on for Gobo. Larson is an idiot. Leonardo can come on here. Let's try that. Well, 1-0 against Arsenal is not too bad, I suppose. Hello, Blob. How you doing? No, things are just as bad, Blob. We still only have 1 point. I think we're going to start to get a drift at the bottom soon. FM's been keeping teams near enough, but at some point we have to start drifting away. We look, on the pitch, we look absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. But the problem I have is the board are stupid as well, because they seem to be quite satisfied with what's going on. I would not be happy. 1 point after, what is it, 9 games or 8 games? Not really good enough. Do we have a chance here, though? We have got a point! We've gone and nicked a point against Arsenal. Oh, is it going to be given offside? FM got me excited then. It got me excited then, and it's going to be given offside. He looked onside to me. It is awarded. It is awarded. Well, I did say at the beginning of the game, Gobby, didn't I, that this is the kind of game that you go and get a point in. And Leonardo has come in and nicked, it's your boy again, Gobby. He's come in and nicked another goal. And yeah, have we pinched a point? Or could we even pinch 3 points? We have a free kick. Let's get this in the back of the net now. That would be funny. Come on, Cherlinov. Arsenal are not liking this. Oh, that was terrible, but we've won the ball back again. Come on, we can do this. We can get 3 points here. What are you doing? He's like a monkey. Like Arsenal now are going to score, are they? I don't want any more highlights. I'll take a 1-1. I'm perfectly happy with a 1-1. I'm going to go to a defensive mentality now. Oh, is it too late? Yeah. It's too late. Is that the winning goal, it says at the bottom? Of course it is, you twat. Oh well. I'm not happy with that performance. The game is winding me up. It's doing its level best to wind me up. And I'm not falling for it. And do whatever you want to do. That's why I'm not taking it very seriously at the moment. And this dynamic stuff that's what is the problem, and it is not moving, and morale is low. Let's hold a team meeting. I'm really pleased with how we've been playing. I'm really keen that our heads don't drop. Yeah, morale's just falling apart now. So hopefully it's out of the door soon. Hopefully FM doesn't drag it out too far, because it's pointless. Yeah, I think he's right. We are going to suffer a lot more. A lot more. It's not looking pretty. Although we could probably go on and win the EFL Cup, because we've won every time we've played in the EFL Cup. Wolves, West Ham, Norwich. They're all at the bottom, aren't they? Wolves, West Ham and Norwich. Those are the biggest games of the lot. I expect 9 points out of that. I'm optimistic. We'll have to see what happens. I guess 0 points from October. I'll be gone in November. Well, that's it. Sorry, it's dire. It's nothing I can do. I'm trying different tactics, different styles, different passes, different tempos. Nothing will work. And what I'm really looking forward to is getting sacked and then taking that copy that I've made and putting in all the top tactics from FM Scout and just seeing if any of them can sort this team out. It'll be an interesting experiment. But for now, it's time for me to get Burnley out of my head. I don't think I will ever in my life do another Burnley save. It's put me off for life. If I get offered a Burnley job in 20 years' time, I'll just say no chance. It's just put me off for life, this. So I will see you guys on Thursday. Thanks for coming. Thanks for putting up with me. We're doing our best. It's just not working out. And it's cruel to take that point that we had against Arsenal, to take that away a minute later. It's cruel. We shall see you guys on Thursday. Have a good night. And I hope your saves go better than this one is going for me. Don't forget we have a Norwich video tomorrow. It's the title decider tomorrow. Later, guys. Have a good night. I shall see you all very soon.